If you're seeing this message, then you are going to be wildly successful at whatever you do. I don't care what you've been through or where you're coming from. It's going to happen for you, my friend. I've manifested with my intention that only those that are on the path of their highest timeline will stay to hear this message all the way through. And most won't. This message won't reach most people. This message is for you. Now, let's get into it. This is giving rags to riches energy. And you're someone, I don't know where you're coming from or what you've been through, but many of us who are chosen for this path have been through intense things, have been through the ringer, okay? You've been through suffering, you've been through scarcity, and you took on certain bloodline curses, you could call them, or even just ancestral karma, in order to clear them as part of your starseed mission. And part of these were actually transmuting scarcity codes in the collective consciousness into abundance codes, into prosperity, into wealth. You could even be one of the first millionaires in your family. You could be someone who is actually breaking through multi-generational chains of poverty and scarcity. Some of you could even have past lives of being paupers. I had a memory of this earlier today. We were going to the grocery store, and I just had a vision of being like literally in rags in medieval times. And my partner was like, yeah, that's when you were a beggar. And I literally felt that lifetime coming up to be cleared. And so this is the work that you've been doing is actually, as these lifetimes, as these impressions have been coming up, you clear them. You actually clear the codes in the field, because everything is consciousness. So poverty is created by states of consciousness. Abundance is created by states of consciousness. And some souls are strong enough that they choose to incarnate into patterns. Like, this is exactly why you were born into the family that you were born into, the culture you were born into, exactly the time you were born into, and everything that you went through in your life in order to bring you to this moment. This is actually what makes you perfect for wild success of your wildest dreams. This is what makes you the perfect vibrational example of rags to riches. Because this is being the character of the outcast, of the one who never fit in, of the black sheep, is inherently chosen. Chosen for what? Chosen for greatness. Chosen for liberation. Chosen to lead. Chosen to create. And you, like everyone, has access to the same genius level consciousness that all the great thinkers, inventors, mystics, way showers, thought leaders, innovators, entrepreneurs all tap into, but you know it. And you have become, along your path, I'm speaking to someone who is intimately acquainted with the field, the quantum field, the mechanics of consciousness, who has lived a spiritual life, who speaks to Creator. And that is what sets you apart. This is not ego. This is truth. You are not like other people. You don't think like other people. Your priorities are on a completely different realm than most people. You're someone who is mainly preoccupied with the consciousness of reality. You're mainly preoccupied with the philosophy of being. You're mainly preoccupied with the idea of legacy. You're mainly focused on what's good for Earth, for Gaia, for future generations. And you are someone who's meant to be wealthy, because a lot of people don't give a, they don't care, but you care. Okay? And not only do you care, you see. And because you see and you hear, those with eyes to see and ears to hear are the only ones that will understand what I am saying and what this message is conveying. And if you do, then you are one of the chosen ones. Chosen by God for a special high-stakes mission at a critical time to literally bring about a shift in consciousness. And you are meant to steward massive amounts of kingdom wealth for the kingdom of God. For thy will be done. As it is in heaven, so it is on earth. And I'm not speaking religion. I'm speaking the deeper meaning. You're a bridge between heaven and earth. You are meant to do the works of the divine. And so this abundance is not just for you. And you get to live your dream life. You get to be blessed in all these ways. But it's for you to steward it for your new earth, for new realities to be birthed, for the greatest good of the planets and for everyone, for us to create a new paradigm of abundance, of win-win-win. And so even the businesses that you create, the projects that you birth, the art and the content and whatever it is that you make is a reflection of your connection to Source. Everything is vibrational in this universe. Thoughts become things. Before this tarot deck was a tarot deck, it was an idea in someone's mind. And that is why these cards are windows into archetypes of the mind. The mind all is mind. This is a Hermetic principle. Mind creates. Tarot is not just for fortune telling, it's a mirror into the mind. The magician knows this. It's meant to be used for reality creation and to understand the mystery. Now that's another topic. And so you're meant for this, from rags to riches. You're entering magician mode. You're shifting from hermit to the star. You've been learning how to create your reality. And there's this year is this coming time, whenever you find this is going to be an incredible time. This is your time, from rags to riches. And this is the contrast, that this is the full, it's like a boomerang. It's like a slingshot. It's the momentum of all that you went through and all the struggles and all the pain and how you learned to not take on other people's little games, to center in true self, to live in integrity, sovereignty, and authenticity. And that is exactly what makes you the right fit for this role. This is exactly what makes you the leader that you are. This is exactly what makes you worthy of all the abundance that is coming your way. This is exactly what will allow you to live in flow states and to create and co-create with divine will and consciousness, the codes within the field of the ethers, of the sea of realities. Everything is vibrational. Thoughts become things. Before a book is written, it's an idea. Before inventions are made, it's an idea. These devices we use, they first started as an idea. Everything, this house started as an idea. Everything. So where does the idea come from? How do you tune the antenna to receive the right idea, the money-making idea? See, this reading isn't a fortune telling, it's a prophecy. Because you have the capacity through the power of your own belief, because this is how reality works, my friend. You are creating this. You can tune your antenna to receive money-making ideas, the right ideas. You can align yourself to be at the right place at the right time. And that's why things are always working out for you. And things just keep getting better and better. So some of you have been doing some really deep subconscious work, really understanding the law of assumption, the law of attraction, the law of vibration. There are also videos on my channel. Earlier in my channel, that's everything I talked about before I started doing readings, because I was practicing the law. If you understand the law, you can read the field. This is inevitable because there's a version of you that already did it. It's already done. You already achieved everything that you wanted to achieve. You already have the money. You already had the idea. All you have to do is tune into that version of you, because time doesn't exist in the quantum space like it does here. You can fold time in on yourself. You can connect with a future version of yourself and literally channel them creatively into now. You can create and manifest with that version of you, and you can channel the ideas through creativity into form. And if you want to learn how to do that, get my Voice of the Soul guide, link in description. Also just added the receiving the vision activation for connecting with that version of you and tuning your antenna. The guided meditation takes you through step by step. This is something you can train and learn how to do. If you want to learn how to read, this is how you do it. You learn to tune yourself into the right frequency. So let's pull some cards. 3 of Cups. Yes, this is an era of joy and fulfillment. There's going to be harmonic, emotional balance that comes. I'm also receiving Holy Trinity. From the masculine and feminine coming into union creates the Holy Child. It creates that new creation. With the 3 of Cups here, that's that new emotional creation and manifestation. The secret is in the feeling, right? So it's in the feeling of your emotions being in the right alignment for you as you make this shift from rag to riches. So you could also have some old emotional things coming up, or even doubts coming up. But even as they come up, you just let them go. You let them clear, right? It's like it's a very natural process that also when you notice and you're in a state of non-attachment, detachment, that your manifestations are starting to come in quicker and quicker because you're mastering manifestation. Here with the sun as well, shining your light is going to be a key piece of this. Some of you belong on stage, belong on camera, making content, having digital products, having multiple streams of income, living in Dubai, doing whatever you want to do, but having a global level impact, owning land, real estate, Like, this is going to be an era of massive expansion for you. You're going to come into abundance. Some of you could inherit it. It could come to you from unexpected directions. Who knows? But it's going to be like you're just going to be open to not being attached to just one channel. I'm seeing many different rivers connecting into one channel. Like, you are that clear and open channel. There's all these rivers and streams in which currency is flowing to you. I get paid to exist. You're going to get paid to exist, and you're going to leave behind the disappointments of the past. You're going to feel a greater sense of contentment and ease. This is going to bring you mental clarity here with the Two of Swords, two birds flying together, birds of a feather flock together. You become like who you hang out with. So hang out with people that are expanding their consciousness, expanding their wealth consciousness. And spend time with those, especially if you can have your partner, if you can be with a partner as well that's on that similar wavelength, on that similar journey. It's so much easier to level up when you're flying. Birds of a feather flock together. Bring you Nine of Cups, enjoying the journey, right? As you achieve these manifestations, remember to enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride. Because before I started this reading, I was going to pull a chakra card, but one flew out, and it was love, the heart chakra. Love is going to be key to this shift from rags to riches, to this coming into this era of wealth and abundance. Love comes in first before this happens. It's actually, as this love awakens in your heart, is what's going to allow all of this abundance in. And as this abundance comes in, remember to have gratitude for everything that comes in, and this will accelerate it, and you'll start to notice it like a bell curve. It goes exponential. You've hit the point of no return. You've made it, my friend. Congratulations. Welcome to your wealthy era, your golden era, your highest timeline. Welcome to a life where you don't have to struggle to survive, but you're here to thrive, and you're here to create, and you're here to lead the way by being the example. So this is very exciting energy, and you had to make a lot of sacrifices in order to get to this level. You had to lay down your ego. You had to surrender to the divine will, and you had to plant your feet on the earth, plant your feet on the ground, and take, even at times, a more ascetic path, renunciate path. So you know what it's like to go without things. And so you don't need things to be happy. Because ultimately what we know is that what we're really seeking in the manifestation is the feeling in and of itself. And so if you can give yourself the permission to feel the feeling without needing the thing to feel the feeling, then just feel the feeling now, and the thing will come. And is it coming? 10 of water, 10 of cups, fulfillment, wish fulfillment. Moon, some of you have been doing this. Yeah, like I said, deep subconscious work. Some of you could be listening to self-hypnosis. I get paid to exist. Abundance on my list. Yeah, 9 of air as well. Yeah, you're coming into alignment with the divine downloads that want to come through you, and you're going to be creating products or businesses or services, or you're going to get the right idea. You're going to get the money-making idea. It could even be investment. It could be whatever, honestly, is right for you. But ultimately, this is going to be an inspired idea that's going to come through this wish fulfillment process, and it's ultimately going to blossom into something incredibly prosperous, especially as we move into 2026. I'm recording this now, I believe it's December 28th. Take the date if it resonates. If not, that's okay. But particularly for those who are watching this now, yes, this is going to be an incredibly abundant year for you. You're taking off the masks I'm seeing here. You're stepping into your authentic self. Some of you belong on the stage or singing songs or writing books. Like, there's those of you light workers that are actually meant to be on the world stage, literally shining your light here, like I'm seeing now. This is laying right here next to the sun card. You are meant to shine like the sun. It's only just begun. Shine like the sun. Yeah, you're meant to shine. Shine your light and share your gifts. You are the medicine. You are the one that you've been waiting for. You are meant to be the change you wish to see. That you plant the seed, in the world, and those seeds first start in your consciousness. Because as we know from metaphysics, whatever is planted within the subconscious will bear fruit on the screen of space. Again, 10 of Cups from this other deck. Wish fulfillment. Remember, it's already happening. It's already done. You are stepping into it, and you've already stepped into it. So if you give yourself permission to close that gap, that's how you make the full shift. This is how you completed the story. From rags to riches. Never mind those. No, we're not going to say that. So enjoy and have fun, because what is the point of it at all unless you don't have that 9 of Cups, if you don't have that enjoying the journey? Because then it just becomes another form of hustle culture. It just becomes another chasing, but that's not the point. The point is to enjoy the ride. And also know that as you step into this flow, as you embody this version of you, this steward of New Earth, this steward of wealth for God, for Creator, for Source, for Spirit, in service to the planet, in service to the Mother Earth, like, you're going to be creating so many incredible things, and co-creating as well with thought leaders and consciousness people and experts, and all kinds of things are going to happen. And it's going to be incredible. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope this message resonated. Peace.